What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Jalen Talk Sports. I hope you're having a good day, a good night, a good afternoon, whenever you watch this. And today, we're talking about Chelsea Football Club, the club that's getting on my nerves. Why are they getting on young Jalen's nerves? Because they don't know how to do their job. They're pissing me off, to be quite frank. And I think it comes down to not two, one guy. One guy is really irritating. But Dad Igbali, I'm calling you out. You are my problem. You come into my club and you destroy it. I don't hate. I actually don't hate everything he's done. But I don't like how he treats our managers. I think he's the issue. Have you ever heard the analogy where it's like if you lose five friends, for example, and they're all still friends, but they're not friends with you. Who do you think is the problem? You. I'm pointing at you. You're the problem. Because, believe it, I think Igbali is the problem. You have six guys who decide to leave the club. They're okay with being fired. They're okay with walking away. And there's one guy who remains, and that's Igbali. And that leads me to believe Igbali is your problem, which is why the fans are protesting. That's why the fans are at the game saying, get out of our club. We don't want you. Leave. This leads me to think, how did we get to this point? How did we get here where we fuel so much hatred for the guy? It starts because we lose our beloved owner in such a tragic fashion. You know, the situation, I'm not going to go into it, but it's sad, right? You have a guy who's provided you with so much success throughout the years, and then he has to leave because of, you know why. He had to leave because of that. And what's happening there is extremely sad, of course. But you feel that feeling of nostalgia. You feel that feeling that things were better when we had that guy. And that's subjectively right. In terms of winning and high caliber players and coaches, yes, it was better. What Igbali is doing well is, the system that they've sort of implemented in terms of multi-club model. I think that's a good idea. Um, Trying to build for the future is also a good idea. I think they're just going about it extremely wrong. When I say I want to buy young players in FIFA, for example, okay, I go and I buy a couple 20-year-olds, but I also buy some 28-year-olds and some 30-year-olds. You can't have a team full of children and expect success, right? You're thinking, you put them in a room, you keep them there together, and the success will come over time because they will grow to have chemistry and understand each other, which is not wrong. But they use these kids as pawns. They're not a part of the plan. In the rap industry, when the people say, I signed a 365, that's what signing a Chelsea contract feels like to me. Because they lock you up in these deals for like 7, 8 years. And you're just stuck there. And a lot of these guys don't amount to anything. A lot of them strike out. Missed the ball. See, the ball went past me. They struck out. And example, Chukwemeka, Datro Fafana. They showed short glimpses of talent, but are they with your club anymore? They're not. And I don't like that. You can't just sign all these guys and then not use them. What was the point? You're wasting my money. That's why everyone's always talking about billion dollar bottle jobs. Because we're spending money and we're not doing anything. There's certain things about the story that I don't believe, and there's certain things that I do believe. I don't think they're picking Maresca's lineups. That sounds like absolute BS to me. You can't do that. What I do believe is they don't listen to what a manager wants. Simple. They don't listen to what I want. I come into the boardroom and I say, yo, Igbali, I want a center back. Need a center back. Where's my center back? Where's my center back? Where's my center back? The center back still hasn't come. I say, Bali, I need a striker, a real striker. Okay, here you go, João Pedro. Unexperienced Liam Delap. How do you feel about that? Is that okay for you? Because that's what I'll give you. You're able to spend $1 billion, but you don't spend it wisely. I can do better with that money. I think you can do better with that money. What we need to understand is as long as these guys are in charge of the club, nothing will change. And it's possible it can change if we do a couple things, boycott. Don't go to the games. I can't go to the games. So I'm in Canada. But you're in the UK, possibly. Don't go to the games. Number two, don't buy the merch. Don't give them money. That's the point. I'm not even gonna go into a third step. Don't give them money. That's all you have to do. What I've learned in school is that money makes the world go round. And if you don't give people money, they they leave. They drop the investment. McDonald Bali is the face, right? He put money into this, yes. But at the same time, you have to understand that there are people putting money in his pockets. They put it in his pockets, right? And they say, Padan, go make the club successful, sir. And once they're not getting ROI, return on investment, see me? Oh, I can't get out of the frame. Can't get out of the frame. Hey, let me go. See that? I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm back. I was being the investors and I left because my money wasn't being used correctly. My money was being used wrong. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Do I believe in Liam Rosenior? No. Will I back him? Yes. So that's what you should do. You should always back the manager until they give you a reason not to back them. Okay? So back him. You know, the job is really hard. It's not an easy job, especially when you have owners like this. So, of course, we love the club. We want them to be successful. And the best thing to do is, support what the coach can do. And if he's doing bad, okay, so get out of my club. Because he shouldn't really be here in the first place. But he's here, and we have to accept that. And I end on this. I end on this. If they don't make changes, if they don't fix up, Rosinier won't be here very long. And we'll just get another one, and another one, and another one. And it's always kind of being like that at Chelsea. But we've accepted this because of who we were getting. You're getting Thomas Tuchel. You're getting Jose Mourinho. You're getting Carlo Ancelotti. You're getting Antonio Conte. We went from getting those guys to getting Graham Potter, Enzo Maresca, Liam Rosinier. Boom. Here you go. Take it. Take it. I know you want it. You get the quality has diminished, and we've had to accept what we're being given. Unless the standard change, unless the model changes, we are not going anywhere. Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley, they're not the catalyst. They are puppets. They are puppets. I'm not telling you that they're good. I'm telling you that they have to do what they're told to do or they're going to lose their job. The coach, I mean, the owner said sign Jalen because he's 20. I am 20. They're not signing me, but they could sign me because I fit the model. I fit the model. If they tell them sign 10 Jelens, basically, they have to go and sign 10 Jelens. They didn't say go sign Cristiano Ronaldo. But if they said sign Cristiano Ronaldo, they try to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. They just listen to what their boss tells them to do. They're not necessarily the problem. They could do better at what they're being told to do, of course. But it starts at the top. And it always starts at the top. This is a top-down organization. Bali says one thing and everyone has to do what they're being told to do. So unless that changes, Chelsea will just stay in this position that we're in right now. Unambitious, unsuccessful, and not getting the results we want. Make a change, do better. And you people in England, go protest and go boycott and do what you can to make them hear and see you. I'm doing it from across the pond, man. I'm across the pond. I'm doing it from across the pond. But you do it for me. And do it for the rest of the Chelsea fans around the world, okay? You see how I did that? You see how I'm in the British accent? But yes, that's all I have to say today. Fix up. And I'll see you in the next video.